So we're starting with the comparison operators. So under the comparison operators, we have these operators here. We have the greater than, we have less than, greater than or equal, we have less than or equal, we have not equal, then we have the equal sign. So looking at this table here, we have name the subject, which is maths and English. Then we have their value. So we are going to be testing for each of these operators. We're going to be testing each of these operators. So in a situation whereby um, based on the operator, we say maths is greater than English. If maths is greater than English, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Is that clear?
Hmm.
So let's look at the first operator, which is greater than. So let's test for mass. Start each function with what? An equal sign. So equals the mass for Joe greater than English. Returns true because 29 is greater than what? 2. 29 is greater than 2. So let's put to fill. So here we have false because 10 is not greater than 10. That's why we have false here. Here we have false. 2 is not greater than 8. Increased, we have false. 5 is not greater than 10. So let's move on to the less than. The less than equals mass less than English. We have false. Mass is not less than English. Mass score is 29, while English score is what? 2. So let's autofill. False, 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 true. 2 is less than 8. We have true. 5 is less than 10. We have true. So next, we have greater than equal to two operators. So equals mass greater than equals English. Here we have true because 29 is greater than 2. Here we have true because 10 is equal to 10. No, we have two operators here. We have two operators here. So 10 is greater than 10. So here we have true, 47 is greater than, 10 is equal to 10. That's why we have true here. Here we have 47 is greater than 44. We have true. 2 is not greater than 8. 3 is less than 8. So let's move on to the next one. Equals mass less than equals English. So that is how you test for all the operators. Test for all the logical operators to get familiar with them. Mass not equal to English. Have this mass equal to English. Which was good. So these are the comparison operators. These are the So we'll move on to and or function. And or function. So for the and or function, we are going to be making use of this table. So I'll copy it, then paste it below. So I'm going to be making use of this table for and or function. So what is and statement? And function returns true if all conditions are true, and returns false if any of the conditions is false. Returns true if all conditions are true, and returns false if any of the condition is false. So let's take a look at this scenario. Our conditions state that maths maths greater than 20, then English greater than 20. So let's look at the number of students that meet up with this criteria and results. Let's look at the number of students that met with this criteria So both condition must be what? Both condition must be true. Otherwise, it returns false. So equals and max greater than equals greater than 20. Then English greater than 20. So we have false. We have false, true, just one true. So here we have 47, 44. So meet both conditions. I said all conditions must be true. Next, all operator, all returns. Let's start with all returns true if any of the condition is true, and returns false if all conditions are false. So in this scenario, we are still going to make use of the condition here. Mass greater than 20, English greater than 20. So let's look at based on the all criteria. It said meet score either of the two. Score greater than 20 in either of the two subjects. So let's see those that will meet up with the criteria. Equals or equals or open bracket logical one greater than 20, comma logical two greater than 20. So here we have true. We have true because one of the condition is what? Met. Are you following? So
Let me see the formula.
cos of C11 greater than 20, D11 greater than 20.
Okay.
So I'm going to 43. So here we have false because neither of the condition was met. True, both conditions. False, neither of the conditions. Neither of the condition. False, neither of the condition. That is that on the and or function. Next, let's move down to if statement. If statement. So for if statement, I would like to use this first. Okay. Okay. I like to use this for if. Okay, score. So let's say we have here round, first round between 50 and 90. I just want to fill it with a random number. So take the formula. So let's look at this. We're going to get the grade. Let's say if results. If if statements. So the case study is that greater than greater than equal to 60 pass. Else else fail. Equals if. Check whether a condition is met and returns one value if true, another value if false. So score one greater than equal to 60, comma pass quotes fail pass. We have one fail. This person scored 56. we have one fail. One fail. Let's take another example. Nested if greater than equal to 50 f. C. B greater than equal to 80, then grade A. So let's do that here. Start with if statement equals if the score is greater than what? Greater than 50, then F. Okay, let's start with 80. It's greater than 80. 80 is A. Then if the score again is greater than equal to 60, 70, 70 is B. If score greater than equal to 60, 60 is C. Else F. Then we have three parentheses open, then close the three parentheses. So let's open.
Let me see the formula.
So we have one F score below 60,
Okay.
below 60. So that is that if statement. That is that for if statement. Are you still on this? Should I move on? That is that on if statement. So let's move on to the last part. Combination of if and if or. The last example. So we're making use of this condition here. Still making use of this example here. The if and or. So if math score greater than 20 and English score greater than 20, return pass. Else fail. Return pass, else fail. So we're making use of combination of if and first. So don't forget if returns a value if true and it returns another value if false. And returns true or false. So we're making use of combination of if and. If and. If bracket and combining two columns and math score greater than 20 and English score greater than 20. Close bracket and pass. Else fail. Then close your bracket. This combination of if and just one person that meets with the criteria. One student. So let's look at if and or. Same process, if and or. Let's see, based on if and or. Don't forget, all returns if any of the condition is met. If any of the condition. So now we are using the if to change the value to pass or fail. So if or mass score greater than 20, then English score greater than 20, then pass, else fail. So based on all, let's look at those that pass. We have three pass based on all and three fail based on all condition. Based on all condition. So we started with the comparison operator, returning true or false, testing for greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal, then equal sign. So then we move to the and or operator. We say and operator returns true if all conditions are true. Then all operators return false if any of the condition is true. All condition returns true if any of the condition is true, and returns false if all the conditions are false. Now move to the if statement. If statement return a value if true, another value if false. So we tested for if statement. If the student is greater than the score of the student is greater than 60, pass, else fail. So we move down to nested if, testing for multiple criteria. Then after, move down to combination of if and, combining the if and function. So the next, let's play with some of these examples. So look at this table. Let's play with this table. First, there is the and. It's the and check if all conditions, if all arguments are true, and returns true if and returns true value, else false value. Or check if any of the conditions are true or not, and returns true value, else returns false value. So these are the syntax. So let's work down on this one. We have mathematics complexity. Those that score 100 equals mass. And simply do it like this: mass equals 100. So let's see those that make sure. So this is just one person, student 4, scored 100 in mathematics. Are you following? Are you following?
Yes.
Next is the distinction. We have greater than 75 in all subjects. What function are we going to use here? Is it and or all? Greater than 75 in all subjects. In all subjects. We're making use of our and function since it's all condition. So and then maths greater than 75. Then science greater than 75. Then English greater than 75. True, true, false, true, true, false. So those that met with the condition returns true. Those that didn't meet up with the condition returns false. Don't forget the condition says that all the subjects must be greater than 75. Next, we have less than 35 in any one subject. So this is a combination of this is all function. All function. I told us that all returns true if at least one of the conditions is true. So here now we ask to check if greater than and less than 35 in any one subject. So let's see this less than 35. Less than 35. This was. So we have only one student, that is student 5. This is called student 5. Less than 35 in English. Less than 35 in English. Next, move down to the if statement. Let's look at this example using if statement. if you check whether a condition is true or not, and on the basis of that returns what? A value. On the basis of that returns a value. So this is the table I'm going to use for it. This is another table I'm going to use for the if statements. So we have grade A for greater than equal to 75, grade B for less than 75. So if mass greater than equal to 75, A, else B.
I'm coming, please. Let me reply this person.
Okay.
He said it's ready to register, so I want to send account number.
Okay. Yes. Um, for science, I'll do that. When you join, you can look at it. If marks, in English, in science, greater than equal to 85, then grade A. If science greater than equal to 60, now grade B, else grade C. So that is for science. That is for science. So you take the English as assignment. You can work on this English yourself, then work on this other table yourself. So see you in the next class. So the next class we'll be looking at counts functions and sum functions. Thanks for joining. See you in the next section.